Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. We can just, grasp what's going on in Ukraine just by, paying a lot of attention to different articles coming from as many media outlets as possible. And sometimes, they contradict one another. Sometimes they overlap. Nevertheless, we have to be very careful when we analyze what's going on to find or what we think find the reality, the truth, what's going on over there. Now, there are some coincidences, which they're not coincidences, obviously, but one thing determines something else. And it makes you wonder why, and then you come with some conclusions. In this case, I think that it's either a money laundering scheme here, or some people make a lot of money with this move that I'm going to discuss in the first article out of two, or really the Russians are in an offensive that we are not aware of yet. So let's start with the first article. The first article comes from Ukrainska Pravda. It is from today, August 15th, 2023. Ukrainian government allocates $34 million to build fortifications in Kharkiv and Chernihiv Oblast. First thing, Ukrainian government allocates $38 million from us. Okay, they don't have money. The money is these guys are propped by our taxes. Let's start with that one. First one, when do you build fortifications? Well, you build fortifications when you expect an attack. Do you know where Chernihiv is? Okay, let's see where Chernihiv or Chernihiv Oblast and Kharkiv Oblast are. It's okay, I got prepared right here. Chernihiv, this is the Oblast, okay, and the other one is Kharkiv. So these guys are going to build fortifications here. Well, that's the only one, right here, right? And here. Why is that? Is anybody attacking here? Remember, this is Belarus right here. This is Russia. Moscow is somewhere right here. See where Moscow is? So they build right here fortification in Chernigov. That's how the Russians are calling Chernihiv. And then these guys are bringing Kharkov. That's how they call it. The Ukrainians call it Kharkiv. The Russians call it Kharkov. Now, why would you build here and here? Defensive. Why would you build that? Well, look what I found today. Russian saboteurs tried to enter Ukraine and Chernihiv Oblast. So supposedly, someone tried to come this way, and they couldn't. Obviously, this right here was not taken, this decision to build fortification was not taken 3 minutes after this happened. Okay, we know that. This decision was taken a while ago, maybe a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, at least. And if it's true, they're waiting for an offensive in these oblasts, or they're saying they're waiting for an offensive, and this money gets distributed among people, certain people, I mean. You know what I mean? Oh, we're going to build the fortifications for something that is not there. Oh, look, they're trying to, they enter here, but anyway, and this money goes to some people's pockets. That's how some people think, believe me, okay? And then maybe they're waiting for the Russians to advance, or they're already advancing and they're preparing these things. Nevertheless, let's see. The Cabinet of Ministers has allocated 1.2 billion hryvnias, roughly $34 million from the state budget. It's bankrupt. Reserve fund. They have a reserve fund. The Americans, these weasels in charge of us, they sent to United States of Ukraine, $250 million to make sure that they help with the budget, and then they sent about $240 more million for the same reason. So it's at least $500 million to make sure that they pay those weasels pensions, they pay the government, they keep it running and all that from our taxes without asking us, by the way. I mean, wouldn't it be nice to say, can we give? No, we don't give a fuck. We're going to give it anyway. Okay, at least they ask, That's how, at least that, not even that. You vote one time, Emil, bye-bye, see you never. Okay, that's democracy for you. So that's how these guys are going to pay $35 or $34 million out of what? how they call it, reserve budget. Reserve budget, let's call it that way. So Shmihal, we have Ukraine's Prime Minister Denis Shmihal right here, said that at the request of Kharkiv and Chernihiv Oblast military administrations, the government is allocating $24.45 million for Kharkiv Oblast and 365 million hryvnias, which is $9.73 million for Chernihiv Oblast, to build military engineering and fortification structures. That means they're waiting for the Russians. The Russians are coming. So here, let's put this in the context. Russian saboteurs try to enter Ukraine in Chernihiv Oblast. Probably this is just to justify this. Okay? We'll find out with time. But I'm saying, what else could be? Russian saboteurs try to penetrate into Ukraine on the border with Chernihiv Oblast. The invaders were targeted by Ukrainian artillery and retreated with losses. Okay? Another hostile attempt to cross the state border of Ukraine by the Russian Federation has been stopped in the northern operational zone within the boundaries of Novhorod Siversky Hromada. Okay? Alright, we got that covered. So, pay attention to this area here, supposedly. Someone is going to come from this area. And here. Now, I don't know, they didn't give us more details where exactly, because if you know here, the Russians are on the galloping towards this way. The Ukrainians have a retreat here, so probably this way. I'm not sure yet. They didn't provide us with any coordinates. So it's either it's going to be a corrupt move, or they know something we don't know yet, which is the Russians are coming with the swords. All right, my friends, this is it from our money, from their reserve budgets. Okay, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.